Finally, we have more info about the third installment of the popular period drama. There are several questions we need to answer, one of them being related to Rege-Jean Page and his expected return in the series. We'll talk about that, but first, let's see who will Season 3 focus on.
How much clearer must I be?
I brought a gift for Miss Edwina.
Take your Trojan horse elsewhere.
I assure you, Miss Sharma.
So you already know that the creators of the series decided not to follow the original order of the novels it's based on, with the third installment focusing on Penelope, huge spoilers ahead, aka Lady Whistledown, and Colin Bridgerton's quest for love. One thing we know for sure is that Season 3 is gonna be filled with romantic scenes between Luke Newton and Nicola Coughlan. Can we take a moment and give some appreciation to Coughlan and her incredible acting performance in the previous 2 installments? A lot of fans know the actress thanks to the role of Claire, a character she played in Derry Girls, but the role in Bridgerton was certainly her breakthrough role, and now that she's confirmed to lead Season 3, fans can't wait to see if her character will ever get to live her happily ever after. We hope she will. Anyway, Coughlan confirmed that the third installment will focus on Penelope and Colin during the FYSEE panel on May 15th per report by Variety.
Lady Whistledown has gone too far this time.
And I thought you her greatest admirer.
Not when she's smeared the name of my greatest friend.
As previously mentioned, this is not what fans expected, because if the creators kept following the order of Quinn's books, the next Bridgerton to get the lead role would be Benedict, played by Luke Thompson, who's on a quest for love in an offer from a gentleman. Those who have read the novel know just how similar his story is to the Cinderella tale, as Benedict falls in love with a girl named Sophie Beckett, an earl's daughter who's going through various struggles because of her evil stepmother. Anyway, the next season will follow the events from Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which is 4th in the lineup. The creators believe now is the perfect time to focus on Penelope and Colin because so far, there have been some storylines between them that were kind of preparing us for what's to come. Coughlan knew that she was the one to lead the series in Season 3. In fact, she was told so just 2 weeks into filming Season 2. She told E! News that she had a lot of time to adjust to it. When asked whether she's ready to film steamy scenes, she said, "I'm gonna have to be." But Penelope and Colin won't be the only people Season 3 will focus on. At the end of the second installment, Eloise discovered her best friend's true identity. Yes, she discovered that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. Will Eloise tell someone about this? We hope she won't. Before we dive into some exciting plot details, we need to address the fact that Netflix announced 3 new cast members for the upcoming episodes. Daniel Francis, known thanks to his role in Stay Close, will play Marcus Anderson. Sam Phillips, known for The Crown, will play Lord Debling, a genial lord with notable interests who will be especially interested in some young ladies in the upcoming episodes. And last but not the least, viewers will be introduced to James Foon, who will play Harry Dankworth. Netflix described him as an attractive presence. Now, according to most theories, the next installment will start with a time jump.
Enjoying your evening?
What?
Are you enjoying your evening?
Yes,
Is this true? Well, kind of. According to the showrunners, you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. No, seriously, do it if you want to see a happily ever after for Colin and Penelope, with Netflix confirming the news of Season 3 focusing on Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton. A lot of fans got worried. Fans who've read the novels hope that Netflix will try not to follow everything from the source material. Wonder why? Well, there are some storylines that seem to be unnecessary for the screen adaptation. We already mentioned that Nicola Coughlan did a really good job with her performance as Penelope, and the fact that her body is different from Daphne's or her sister's is even more satisfying when it comes to the character's appeal. But ever since the series premiered, the actress has been a victim of evil remarks about her looks. This got to the point of her taking the subject to Instagram in an attempt to shut down the haters. "If you have an opinion about my body, please don't share it with me," she said, explaining how it's really hard to take the weight of thousands of opinions on how you look being sent directly to you every day. Now, the film industry is quite diverse. At least most films and TV shows try to feature cast members most people can relate to, and they're doing a good job, especially Bridgerton. This series proved that cast diversity is really important when it comes to screen adaptations of famous novels.
Well, I am of age. I am out in society. Therefore, I have more important, mature things to worry about.
We've seen South Asian women lead the series and do a great job, and we've seen the series depart from the source material for the sake of diversity. But here's what fans believe. According to some, there's only one plus-size person in the cast, and that's not the biggest problem. You see, with Nicola's character, most men don't find her attractive because of her size. Not that this is an issue, after all, the Bridgerton novels are filled with some hurtful storylines, but most fans got worried because in the series' 4th book installment, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, Penelope loses a significant amount of weight. Not that this is bad again, but it completely misses the point of diversity and loving yourself for who you are. The fact that she does this to be with Colin is even more problematic. You see, she has always been in love with Colin for a long time, and in the novel, she's described as round and plump. In the fourth novel, Colin finally realizes that Penelope is worth fighting for. But this happens after she lost a significant amount of weight.
Falling out, and yet here we are. Miss Thompson now Lady Crane, Philippa now Mrs. Finch, and...
Again, the issue with this storyline is that Colin only notices her after she loses the mentioned amount of weight. That's not true love. Yes, we know how popular diet culture is currently, and we know that being healthy is a priority, but since this is a TV show, we believe Penelope should stay the way she is, and if they're gonna make her lose weight, we think it would be better if she loses weight for herself, not for someone to finally notice her. If Bridgerton really wants to stay diverse, it'll also need to make some deviations from the source material. Now, there are hundreds of fan-made theories regarding the plot for the next installment, and let me tell you something. Most of them are both mind-blowing and reliable. According to some of these theories, the third installment will have to start off with a time jump. Regardless of who their romantic lead is, if the creators want to stay true to the book stories and the character's age, there will have to be one. If Benedict's story was the one to get adapted next, we would have seen a time jump from when he first meets Sophie at the masquerade ball to when they meet when she's a maid.
With Whistledown.
But he does not, and neither have you. Elle, this is madness.
I should warn him.
No, you should not.
But since we're seeing Colin, he and Penelope next, and they don't get together until 10 years after her first season, meaning that she'd be about 27, there will have to be a time jump because in the show, she's about 18. The same case goes for the other characters. For instance, in Eloise's story, she goes to her love interest at around the age of 27. She's about 18 in the show. Then there are Hyacinth and Gregory. They're kids, and in order to see their stories, well, they need to grow up. But this still doesn't mean that the creators will go with the idea of a time jump. Some fans believe the creators don't need to do the 10-year time jump in Pollen getting together as they could work on a different storyline. Some fans even argue that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. No, seriously, there's a 7-year time jump between Benedict and Colin's story, and we don't believe viewers would enjoy such a long gap between the stories. What do you guys think? When it comes to Regé-Jean Page, he confirmed he's not coming back for the third installment. See you in the next video.